Yeah, you are welcome back to the Benin Advancement Forum, the home of all the Benins. Today, just a quick one, and also a reminder to everyone that the Benin Empire or the Benin people are just more than a country. We are more than a country because we are much more than the country called Nigeria today. And it's not just about exaggerating. I can tell you the reason why we are more than that. Just give me some few seconds because I want to share this video to other platforms, and you can as well do the same. Share this message to other platforms so that people should understand uh, what I am talking about. Because if we talk about unity, I believe people should spread this message more than the hatred messages we are seeing on the social media. Let this video trend, and so that people understand. You see, the Benin Empire, before it became an empire, it was just maybe formed by two people, even God. We don't really know exactly what happened, but according to the oral explanation, God sent his children to this earth. And by so doing, I cannot really explain what happened there. It's only our forefathers who knows what really happened there. What I know that he sent his two sons to earth, you know, and when they arrived here, everything was full with water. Everywhere was sea, no landscape. So they went back to their father, which is the God Almighty, to tell him, look, where you send us to, there's no land, we cannot settle down. So he gave one of the son a motion full of sand or earth down to earth again, send them back to earth. He told him, when you get to this earth, when you get to this place, spread this sand or earth so that you people can dwell on it. And that is how the genesis of the Benin Empire started. It didn't started from with chain from heaven or from the sky or something like that. But that is the oral explanation. And another one is, we have so many explanation why the moon is staying where the moon is, why we have Pluto, why we have all these elements that surround the the earth. Not just only that, we have so many, like the Ikaladene, not the Donai, which is the four cardinal point. We have the south, we have the east, we have the north, we have the west. So if you don't understand the mystery of this word, then it's try to find out instead of inserting fake explanation, fake information, and forging of histories into the mind of our people. The reason why I'm saying this, the Benin Empire, what I call the empire today, during the time or before the time of Oba Ewari the First, Benin Empire was already large. Although the British was trying to say, oh, the Benin Empire, Oba Ewari conquered 200 villages, but that was not true. A little bit of truth, but it was more than 200 villages, and there were towns among uh, uh, this area. And most of these areas they were children of the Benin Empire already. These are people who maybe turned their back on the empire. But notwithstanding, during the time of Oba Ewari the First, a lot of our people left the Benin Empire. Some of them which are Issa, some of them maybe other tribes, you know. And when some people are trying to talk nonsense in the social media today, they will be coming up with we are from Igodo, we are from this and that. Actually, actually, it's only that the land is renamed, but the place where the land was remain the place where it is today. You know, you cannot separate both to say I'm from this, I'm from that. It was called then Igodomigodo, but the this was the rightful position where the land was, and it's still there today. It had not changed, you know. And the people themselves, they have not changed, you know. You call yourself in Nigeria today. You call yourself an African. Before the coming of the white people, the land of Africa was bearing another name. The land now called Nigeria was bearing different names. So for people to be coming up with, I would say, insert explanation, that is unacceptable. And today we can see the damage these hate mongers have done to our people. The unity of our people is at stakes, you know. The unity of our people is not negotiable. You know, we can't negotiate that. We have to bring our people together, because together we can stand, together we can sit down together, discuss our differences, together we can love each other. But the amount of hatred that people are trying to spread among us, I believe it's only people who don't love themselves, who don't like themselves, that can be doing such a thing. If you love yourself, then you can also love your neighbor. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love your neighbor. You cannot even love your own sister or your brother. So those people who are coming up to say, oh, Isan are not Benin and Isan, they are not brothers, this and that, or the Urobos, or the Isako, or the Afiema, on all the Benin people, we all are one people. Those of you who doesn't like it, you can go to hell. Go to hell, go and form your own country, go and form your own ethnicity, you know. So, but as brothers and sisters, we are going to be standing together, and we are going to be doing things together. You know, even though you have your own state, that doesn't really separate you from your brothers and sisters. I am living here in diaspora. Does that separate me from my brothers and sisters? It's only the distance that separates us, but the DNA is still there. And that is the situation of the Benin Empire. You might be living in Edo North, Edo South, Edo East, Edo West, but our DNA remain the same. You know, it's also a blessing to see that the Benin land is blessed with many cultures. The Benin land is blessed with many heritage. The Benin land is blessed with many languages. I don't see this as an obstacle for any development. I don't see this as an obstacle for any development, for any unit to unite our people. You know, the Benin Empire has different systems. You know, they have different systems. The more the people are far from the Benin, the more the languages change. But if you listen carefully, then you will hear. It's like a natural mystery. When you listen carefully to the Urobo language, then you will hear the Edo language in it. If you listen to the Esan language, then you will hear the Edo language in it. If you listen to the Etsako, it's the same. Listen to the Owa, the same. Then listen to the Agbo language, then you will hear the same. If you are also going to the Iseluku area, the Anioma area, if you listen carefully, then you will hear it. You know, this is Edo word. You know, we all were speaking one language before all of you left this area today to join, to be in other area. Some of them were formed by the Benin people, and some were captured area. We have to still say that. And some of them were originally the Edo people. When some, I would say, some Igbo today are coming up to say, Benin is Igodomigodo, this and that, before you start copying people, then go home, go back home, go and ask your father, ask your mother, ask your forefathers, where do we belong? We never belong to any other tribe. The Benin has been between the sets. We found other empires. We found under kingdoms. If you talk about the Ife or the so-called Ile Ife, it was the Benin who gave them their first king. You see, the first Oni of Ife was a Benin son, a Benin prince. I'm saying this because we know that 100%. Then, when you go to Oyo, the same, the Alaafin of Oyo, the king who was there was also his Benin son, and you don't understand. But when you go to your leaders, like the Ologbo of Ugbo and many other ones, but they can explain this to you. But most of you now are trying to be telling us on social media, like the present Oni of Ife, that everything belongs to him. When the Benin came to Ife, Ife was a village. Ife was a village. The Benin developed Ife, and when you go to Ife today, most of the names in Ife are Benin names. You see, why I'm trying to say this, when a small boy from Eastern land, or when a small boy from Edo land is trying to divide us, I think we all should stand. We all should stand against that. I have been saying this before, and I will continue to say it. If you want to end anything, then come to this organization. Here in this organization, there is no discrimination. There is no supremacy. We all are one. Yes, we have leaders. We have leaders who are from Edo, who are from Esan, who are from Urobo, who are from Ika. But the system of supremacy is here not welcome. Our people know exactly where they belong. It's only some of you in Europe that is spreading the fake narrative of our people today. And we are going to be changing that with immediate effect. We are moving a step forward, moving a step forward, calling on our people for them to understand what is at stake. Because of the election that is coming right now, and we should understand the implication of what our parties or political parties are doing. What they are doing is divide and conquer. They buy some people, or they bought some people with heavy amount of money, and sending them out there to start distorting each other history, to start fighting each other. When we start fighting each other, and we are the only loser, the political elite, they will be gaining everything they want. So if anybody want to win the Edo State governorship election, I don't think there's any ethnic or any tribe in Edo State that can win the election alone, because they don't have the rightful percentage, or the amount of percentage that is needed to win the election. And now when you incite people against each other, and you think that is the right way to win election, because you buy one Mr. Ogedegbe, or you buy one Mr. Ale, you think that is the right direction. You see, Uh, improving the life of our people, it has never depended on the language you speak or the area you came from. For example, uh, our first governor of Edo State, Colonel Ogbemudia. So he never really differentiated the language you speak. He was a governor here in Edo State. And what I'm trying to say, exactly, because I want to come to the point, because I wrote something on our Facebook a few days ago. Oba Akenzwa II, Oba Akenzwa II gave us back our identity, to say the fact. He gave us back our identity because he knows that we belong together. During the fight, when he was fighting for the Midwestern region, when he was fighting for the Midwestern region, he never make any difference whether you speak Isa, whether you speak Edo, whether you speak Ekwale, whether you speak Agbo, whether you speak Owa. He never make any difference. Why? Because he knows exactly that we are the same people. We are one people. We are one people because of the hundreds of years of the British occupation, hundreds of years with the association of the Portuguese and others' influence. The Benin Empire was then falling apart. The languages that people now call Ika language today, actually there's no Ika language. The language is Agbo language, to say the fact. Ika is a geographical area, to identify a certain geographical area. The Agbo, which the Edo people call Agbo, The reason why so many of these people speak Igbo, or a language that is identical to Igbo today, is not because they are Igbo, because of Christianity. The first site of Bible that was translated either to Igbo or to the Yoruba language. And because of the border between these people and the Igbo people, the spreading of the gospel, what they call the gospel, because they say they want to come and save our people, started teaching these people the Bible with the Igbo languages. And that is how the Igbo language started in those areas. They have nothing like Igbo identity. And there's nothing of such Igbo identity. Igbo was founded by the British. Actually, the name Igbo was also corrupted from an Edo word, which is called Igbo. It's like the same with the Yoruba language. The language and the name Yoruba was corrupted from something else to become Yoruba. And Igbo and Yoruba, they are not older than 130 years. Understand this. But we, the original people in those areas, we know who we are. We know our history right from day one. You see, the reason why I'm saying this, when Oba Akenzwa fought for our Western region, for us to be together, because he saw this, something was coming, something very bad was already happening. People like Oba Afemi Awolowo, Atoni Nahoro, and so many were against the Midwestern state. Let us put this clear. Even though our son Inahoro was against the Midwestern state, but that didn't give us the right that period to be insulting Esan people or do anything to Esan people. We still love them as our brothers and sisters. That something could have bring a great difference between us. But we have always seen ourselves as brothers and sisters, and so shall it be. After they fought for the Midwestern state. I don't know. You people now go to Osadebe house today. Go to Osadebe house and see how the whole thing is arranged. When you see there, you see our people in cycle sitting. From people from this tribe that was in Midwestern state was represented there. The status of Attorney Inahoro is also there, although he didn't fall for the independence of the Midwestern state. The Midwestern state is the only country. Is the only country that was created legally. The remaining one are just created illegally. You see, when people are talking today, they don't look at the past. They just blah, 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 blah. The question is, have you been to that place? If you doubt what I'm saying, go to that place and see for yourself. Oba Akenzwa II, we should be seeing him as a hero. One of the most hero of our time. Upon all the humiliation, upon all the abuse, he was standing firm and said, this is my people. It's a life or death mission. He fought. Some Edo people supported him immensely. And some Esan the same. Some Urobo the same. Why I said Attorney Inahoro? Because he was afraid that Nigeria could be breaking apart if they allowed that to happen. Because he was also one of our great sons who fought for the independence of Nigeria. That was his own fear. Not that he was against the Edo people, not that he was against the Esan people or against any other tribe from the Benin or other ethnic group from the Benin. But at the end, he also saw this. He saw this, and I think he retreated from what he was trying to do. But the humiliation never stopped there. The humiliation of our Oba Akenzwa never stopped there. It kept on starting. They were using our brothers against him. See, when the Queen of England, Elizabeth, was visiting the Benin Empire, I would say Awolowo was trying to suppress the Oba of Benin to bow down for the Queen, of which the Oba of Benin refused. He refused because a king cannot bow down for a king. A king cannot bow down for a queen. And he refused that straightly. And when Obafemi Awolowo followed the Queen of England to Benin City, or to Lagos where they met, he was still trying to do the same. The bending of Oba Akenzwa II was not a bow down in any way. The Oba Akenzwa of Benin was much more taller, was over 2 meters. And the Queen was about 1.70 meters. You can see the difference. So for him not to be talking on his head is like bending down to give him the hand. And these people now, they are misinterpreting all these useless things. The Benin Empire is, I can say, is one of the only countries or the only people that survived the British Empire. We survived them because we were one people. Some Esan generals fought guerrilla war after the invasion of Benin, likewise the Edo generals. They fought a guerrilla war against the British. And a time came that our people now understand, just like the history of Ododuwa or Ikaladehan, come to a point where they now understand that the Benin Empire needs its king. And now this is where we come back again, because I always say this, we are seeds. We can stay years and years in the soil, but when the rain falls, we will regenerate. Everything will germinate and become a big tree. And today, we are a big tree. We are a big tree again with so many branches. And these branches is our languages, is our tribe, is our ethnic nationalities. Try to understand. Try to understand, because these hate mongers, we shouldn't give them space to breathe in our midst, because they have nothing good to present to us. The only thing that can present to us is to be telling us we are not one people. And at the same time, we are being marginalized. We are being marginalized because we haven't produced a governor. But he will never tell you the development that is going on in those areas. He will never tell you the university that is built in those areas. He will never tell you that those areas have more electricity than in Benin. He will never tell you the roads that have been built in the area. He will only tell you that they are marginalized. Go to my area, the Orioma local government today. We have never produced any governor. But we are also hoping one day we produce a governor. It doesn't mean it must be from, let me say, speak the Edo language, because we have other language in Orioma local government. We have the Agbo language, we have the Owa language, we have the Igwenza and others, And the only offer these hate mongers can give you is marginalization and marginalization. If you ask them today, what can you now contribute to the success and the progress of this state? They don't have any. The only thing they have is marginalization. Let me give you one example. Before the Hitler, he was born in Austria. He was trying to change the political atmosphere in Austria. He didn't succeed. He now went to Germany, get German citizenship. And the Germans bought to the idea that the Germans are now being marginalized in their land, that they are not being ruled the way they are supposed to be ruling, and that their people are dying of hunger, their people are dying of this. The people, millions of people were sharing him, because they said they think he was telling them the rightful things. That when this man came, they are going to be enjoying everything, They are going to be enjoying everything in the whole world, because they believe they were the most powerful, the most intelligent, and the most this and that with this new leader, they are going to be enjoying everything. He was also always telling them they are more supreme and superior to the others. You see, after he took power by force, the first thing they did was to attack Poland. They painted the German armored vehicle, the military vehicles and all that, to Polish army vehicle and use it to attack Germany. They used it to attack Germany, and Poland was not even prepared for war. They overran Poland within one day with the excuse that Poland attacked them first, which was untrue. And when they attacked Poland, they were telling the whole world Poland attacked them first. Then they didn't stop in Poland when they invaded Poland. They went to Czechoslovakia, went to Slovenia, all these areas. Russia was even supporting them at that period. Russia was supporting them. You know, they were having a peace treaty with Russia, with Italian, and so on. The only people who refused to sign that treaty was the British, because they know exactly what was coming. Before Russia could know it, the Germans took over Ukraine. They pushed into Russia. They were even close to Moscow before Russia now understand the motive. By so doing, the whole able men in Germany was sent to war. The women and the children were not left alone. They suffer more than they could expect. And this phase propaganda always continued to go on. They were not invading other land, but the food stuff, the equipment from other people were being transported to Germany to feed their people. When the British, the Americans, the Russians, and Canada, Australia, New Zealand, when they started pushing the Germans back, then it was then the people now understand what hardship really is. Because the food from other countries were no longer coming in. The food from France was no longer coming in. From the Netherlands was never coming in again. Now people were now really in hardship. And this is somebody who promised them heaven and earth, who was telling them they were marginalized, this and that, is going to buy them heaven and earth. Till the British, the Americans, the Russians marched into Germany, defeated Germany. You can understand what happened then. What happened was, there was no food in Germany. There was no house in Germany. People were sleeping on the street. People were prostituting for just a biscuit or a chocolate to survive. What happened was, that is what we didn't have in Benin Empire. The Americans stepped up their effort. They didn't just feed these people. They also have a plan, a development plan, which is called the Marshall Plan. Mr. Marshall put the plan together, how to redevelop Europe, not just only Germany, redevelop Europe. How Germany will resurface. And this is the plan that makes Germany to who they are today. The plan does not just make Germany to be who they are, because they were people who sacrificed their time, their life, and everything to make sure that the Marshall Plan was well executed. And today, when we go back to our state, when people are shouting marginalization, marginalization, you are not even living in our state. You are living in Italy. You are living in Germany. You are living in France. You are living in Britain. You are living in Austria. You are living in Czechoslovakia. You are shouting from here to your people, we are being marginalized. How do they marginalize you? You are not even there. So it is a pity that some of our people who doesn't go back, take a step back to read and to, even though you cannot read, go back to our history and start checking. Why are these people doing what they are doing? What are we going to gain if we start dividing ourselves? There's nothing we start gaining. Because if a land is confused, the political elite now have the chance of looting everything, because nobody will be holding them accountable for anything. But if we unite to demand good leadership, I believe we will have good leadership. But if we keep on shouting marginalization, marginalization, they will continue to marginalize you. My message today is one love, unity, standing together, sitting down together, sorting out our differences together, finding solution to our differences together. We should not allow individual who is living elsewhere to be inciting hatred into our brain, into our mind. It is our duty as a Benin person, whether you are Esan, Robo, Edo, it is our duty. Take it upon yourself to unite our people. Spread this message. Spread our message, the message of the organization, the message of the Benin Advancement Forum. Spread the peaceful message. Spread the unity message till you get to the grassroots level. And we are going to be doing our best to get that done. Before I go, the Benin Advancement Forum has a lot of program that is currently going on. Among them is teaching, business development, and so many other things that is currently going on. You can see our flyers around the Facebook and other social media. Please don't miss this opportunity. We don't select people. If you want to attend, you are free to attend, whether you are Esan, Robo, Ishako, Owa, Agbo, Igwenza, or whatever you are, or whatever the part you are from, the Benin Empire. We will welcome you because you are one of us. We are not fighting for ourselves. We are fighting for you. Although you didn't choose us to fight for you, but we have put it upon ourselves to save everyone from this bigotry and fake information spreaders. I will call it that way. It may look like as if people doesn't really understand the implication of what we are doing. Every individual has his own part to play, and that part should be peaceful, unity, and things that will bring our people together. With our collective effort, we can be able to do that. You see, as I said, we have a lot of program going on. And if you want to be a member of this organization, it's very, very simple. We have our WhatsApp group. We have people here. You can contact me here. If you like what we are doing, contact me here. Send me a message. Then we will discuss privately. Discuss privately and see how we can move on. But what we doesn't tolerate is discrimination and supremacy. You must take that out of your mind before you come into this organization. Otherwise, there's no future for you in the organization. The movement have just started, the exodus. The movement is, the drum is beating already. That we are going to be taking over the street of Benin with our unity message. We are going to be taking the street of Ekboma, Ugboha, Aunchi, and all other cities which make the Benin Empire. We are going to be taking them over. Like it or not, your agenda of hatred is dead. Your agenda of hate spreading is dead. is dead before landing. We are ending it, and we are going to end it, like it or not. I am here, and I have people behind me, standing behind me, to say we are with you. And that gave me more strength to do what I'm doing, and to be doing what I'm doing here right now. So if you want to join us, on Saturday, we have a general meeting. We have a Zoom meeting combined with a physical meeting in Benin. After our program in Benin, the real estate management, we are going to be having a physical meeting. And if you wish, you can demand for a link, you can send me a message privately. Demand for a link, we will send you a link for you to join us. I am encouraging everyone who love peace, who love unity, to join us. Because it was individuals that come together and form a great country. A great country was never given birth to through supremacy, through marginalization, or spreading fake information, or insulting anybody you see, or insulting leaders. There was no country that was given birth to that way. Hatred always sometimes spread like fire. The hatred message spread like fire. If you have a farm in the dry season, when you put fire, it spreads very quickly. Now, that is the message of hatred. Spread quickly. But the message of unity spread gradually and gradually till get to where it's getting to. And that is for us very, very important, because we want to stay here. We want to be with you. We want to give you some of our good experience. We want to give you some of our good knowledge. We are not saying you are not educated, but we want to improve your education. Because I said 1 year ago, being a professor, being a doctor, being whatsoever academic title you are having, you are only educated in those academic titles. But the remaining one is unknown for you. And the unknown for you is where we are bringing you into today, from today, which is the peace, unity, and togetherness of our people. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate everyone. Spread this message. Share this message. Let everyone hear it. We will never make the difference, whether you are Edo, Isan, Urobo, Isoko, Esako, Owan, and so on, etc., etc., etc. We are here to spread the message of unity, the message of togetherness, and the message of peace and love, and giving you education, showing you the way out of poverty, because hatred produces poverty. Fake information produces poverty. Too much of education produces poverty. The knowledge you acquire and you use is what will lift you out of the poverty. But the hatred message you spread will never lift you out of poverty. So thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.